How does it happen? What transforms joyful, curious infants into dissatisfied, neurotic adults, functioning far below their potential? The change that occurs is not because of bad genes or an inborn chemical imbalance. Wilhelm Reich's extraordinary discovery of armor and how it affects us has opened the way to a better understanding of what happens, both emotionally and physically. Such beautiful babies. When does it all start?
Intervention in the very young is both treatment and prevention. It relieves present-day armoring and prevents the formation of armoring later in life. To me, it's remarkable that a few sessions, lasting just a few moments, can be so effective. Tell me how it's going.
Well, it's hard. It's hard work.
Yeah.
She cries a lot more than I expected, and a lot louder, and
The disturbances that occur with a child go back to the very first hours of life, the very first minutes of life. It lays the groundwork for future problems.
everywhere I go, people have advice.
Right.
And
Mothers, particularly first-time mothers, are bombarded with information and advice. From friends and neighbors to mother-in-laws to the countless experts who write the child-rearing books. But unfortunately, the information is contradictory. Follow your own gut instinct. A baby's needs and wants are identical. And the challenge to the mother is to be able to fall into sync with the baby and have a sense of what the baby needs, and not to be led astray by what others say, what others think, but to follow her own gut instincts. What you're doing is going to be just fine. And when she cries, she's getting out all the stuff that's in her. It's not bad for her to be crying. She's expressing what she's feeling. And that's better than having her suppress it in some way. So let's put her down right here and let me examine her. Swaddling is yet another unnecessary trauma against a child. A child comes out of a tight uterus, wants to be able to move, express himself, and because he cries, they have found that swaddling tight stops the crying. Sure, it stops the crying, but what effect does it have on the child? The child struggles, can't move, tightens his muscles, armors up, and becomes quiet. And now you have a good baby, but you have an armored baby. And the effects of swaddling will be seen in later life. And let's see what this little jaw is like. Good.
she cries so readily at this time that it doesn't appear that she's really hurting from the examination. She's more just communicating, I think. She calms down immediately afterwards.
Good. She's just fine. In the best of all possible worlds, a newborn would have a natural labor and delivery without medication, with the aid of a doula and with a midwife to deliver, in a quiet setting, low lights, and most important of all, constant contact with mother. She really seems to be in pretty good shape.
I don't think of it as psychiatry. I really just think of it as a vital part of being functional, and she has a much better chance of maintaining a healthier state, and I want only that